Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Jay and welcome to the Shiplife. So in breaking cruise news, we have yet another medical emergency taking place on board Odyssey of the Seas, making it the second event that has now taken place involving a medical evacuation. I will go over the details in today's video. In an update regarding the NCL Escape, a whopping 5 sailings have already been canceled. However, NCL has now come out and stated when the ship will resume operations. Also, I recently made a vlog on an extremely popular port of call, but for some reason you guys didn't like it. I'm considering never doing content on this port ever again. I'll explain everything in today's video. So before we dive into today's cruise news, because we have a lot to go over, I do have 2 very brief announcements that I want to share with all of you, and I hope you're just as excited as I am. So tomorrow, which is April 13th, Wednesday, I will be going live with the myth, the legend, Chris Wong Vlogs. Now, if you guys have never heard of Chris Wong, he is a fellow content creator here on YouTube, but he's also a current crew member for Royal Caribbean. During the pandemic and the shutdown, he was on board Royal Caribbean's newer ship, Odyssey of the Seas, giving a lot of insightful information and, well, honestly, it was entertaining as well. Now he is currently on Ovation of the Seas. I'll be on that ship May 13th, so I'll meet up with him again. Now, just keep in mind, we are crew members. Well, I'm a former crew member for NCL. He's a current crew member for Royal Caribbean. We are going to be talking about, of course, juicy cruise stuff, and of course, we'll be doing a Q&A, taking all of your questions in case you have any insight on what it's like being a crew member or just general cruising information. So 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, do not be late for that. Now also, starting this week on Saturday the 16th, I will be doing a full month of cruises. I also have a cruise conference tied into that. The 16th, I will be on Bahamas Paradise for their last sailing ever as a passenger. And then after that, I will be going on Freedom of the Seas. I'm planning on doing a back-to-back, not confirmed as of yet. Then I have a cruise event over in Miami known as Sea Trade. From there, I'll be jumping on Symphony of the Seas. And then after that, I will be going to Alaska with my mom and jumping on Ovation of the Seas. So it's going to be a lot going on, guys, but I'll be sure to try to keep up the cruise news as well as doing vlogs on board. Now, anyway, let's go ahead and get to the news. So Odyssey of the Seas, a ship that I literally just disembarked on the 9th of this month, it's on a current sailing taking place from the 9th through the 16th. And, well, they've had 2 major incidences take place. The first one took place on embarkation day on April 9th, where a man had a heart attack. The ship left on time at 5 p.m. out of Fort Lauderdale, and they had to then return back to Fort Lauderdale, unfortunately, to disembark the man in an emergency evacuation. The ship got there around 10 p.m. or so. They left an hour later and were able to make it to their first port of call, Perfect Day at Cozumel. Now, I showed you guys the clips and videos. There were ambulances, and it was just a very disheartening, very sad and tragic and unfortunate situation, and let's hope that passenger is doing okay. Now, if you fast forward 2 days later, after Perfect Day at Cozumel, this ship is currently doing a 2-day at sea. Now, yesterday we found out that unfortunately there was another passenger, another man that also had heart attack-like symptoms, and unfortunately, they being a sea day and in the middle of the ocean, they had to call a helicopter to medically evacuate him. The captain on board Odyssey of the Seas made an announcement around noonish, and then the helicopter didn't arrive until around 6 p.m. Unfortunately, due to high winds over in the middle of the ocean, the helicopter made 3 attempts to finally land and was able to successfully do so. Now, throughout this process, both the solarium and the crew areas in the front of the ship had to be shut down while they medically evacuated the passenger that was suffering a heart attack. Now, as of right now, there are no updates as of yet, and we don't have any names or anything like that. And obviously, I wouldn't reveal any of that. But also, I do have some video and audio footage that I was hoping would come in time, but if it comes tomorrow, I will show that to you guys, as long as it's nothing showing the man's face or anything graphic or anything of that nature. From my understanding, I have the captain's announcement coming, and then I also have the helicopter pulling in on board Odyssey of the Seas. So if you guys want to check that out, of course, I'll be putting it up tomorrow, along with some other there's a rescue mission that took place on the Carnival Magic, and then there was another medical evacuation that took place over the weekend on board the Carnival Valor. So I'll be sharing all of that tomorrow. So moving on, we do have to talk about an update when it comes to the NCL Escape. Now, as most of you know, unfortunately, last month on March 14th, while the ship was leaving the Dominican Republic, it ran aground, meaning it hit land and was stuck there for about 12 hours. Later in the early evenings the following day on the 15th, with the help of tugboats, it was able to break free. The ship headed back over to the port over in Dominican Republic, and unfortunately it sustained some what they believed to be at the time minor damage to the hull of the ship, the bottom front of the ship. Now, the ship did end up heading back over to Port Canaveral, and a lot of people thought that it would be a quick fix and the ship will be back, but unfortunately the ship has now seen 5 cancellations. The first one took place mid-cruise. The ship sailed out of Port Canaveral on the 12th, and then after that we saw a cancellation for the 19th and the 26th, and then April 2nd, and now we have April 9th that is also canceled. However, there is somewhat of a confirmation from NCL. They are now coming out and stating that the ship will be ready to sail once again next week on the 16th, or sorry, this following weekend on the 16th, on Saturday. But either way, guys, I do got to say, it's when a cruise line comes out, as far as a spokesman, spokeswoman, anybody that's affiliated with the company, when they say something is going to happen, you do have to take everything with a grain of salt. I mentioned this when it first happened. A lot of people were saying that, oh, well, the ship is going to sail next week, no problem. And then now we've seen, again, 5 cancellations. So it's kind of one of those situations where we hope the NCL Escape will be back into operation, because a ship that's not sailing, well, it's never a good thing. And then from a business perspective, it's costing millions of dollars. So let's hope the NCL is able to resume operations on their next cruise for the 16th. Fingers crossed. But I guess it's kind of one of those situations that we'll believe it when we see it. Now, for our last topic of discussion, this is kind of personal to me, but I have a legitimate question to ask all of you. Do you guys not want videos of maybe the ports of call, or specifically Cozumel? I recently uploaded a video while I was on Odyssey of the Seas. We had a port of call stopover in Cozumel, and I did a lot of things. I got a rental car, showed you guys some really cool hidden gems of bars, and I went scuba diving, but the video did awful. And every other video I uploaded for Odyssey of the Seas, well, it did extremely well, anywhere from 20 to 30 to 40, 50,000 views. I just want to ask all of you, what's going on? Do you not want footage of Cozumel, which I'm totally fine with? But if this were to continue, because this is now the 2nd or 3rd video I've made about Cozumel, and for some reason, no matter what efforts or lengths I go to try to show you guys Cozumel, the videos never do well. Now, this is not a complaint by any means. I'm grateful for the people that watch it. Thank you so much. But this is a legitimate question that I have for all of you. If you don't like any of the content on Cozumel, just let me know in the comment section below, because like I said, the video is underperforming significantly, and it's just kind of an indication to me that you guys don't want to watch. And I'm not speaking in terms of like I'm hungry for the views. Personally, I don't care. I just try my best to give you guys the best quality content, information, and of course entertainment as possible. So please let me know, guys, and I will stop at this point in time. I will never make another Cozumel video ever again, because yeah, I mean, you guys got to think that also with my channel and my brand, it's a business, and anything that I, you know, put money into to showcase to all of you, and of course go out of my way to showcase all of you, it's always an investment. So just let me know. If not, moving forward, I will enjoy Cozumel by myself, and I'll never record it ever again. And I don't mean that in a dramatic way. It's clear to me as of right now, you guys don't like Cozumel footage. So anyway, guys, we are going to wrap this video up. Of course, hit that like button if you're enjoying today's video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I got some good stuff coming up. And of course, check out our sponsor with our YouTube channel, Touring Plans. They are doing absolutely amazing things, including paying for all of my cruises for crazy little old me. So just put that into context. If they're willing to help me out, what do you think they're willing to do for you? Anyway, the link is in the description box below. Just know that I appreciate all of you. As far as the Cozumel video, it will be pinned in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you later on. Take it easy.